64 that we just listed, which is fantastic, a fantastic number. That means that people are buying and selling and buying. I mean, that's fantastic. They put 108 under contract, and of course we had no closings, but we have 24 days of inventory, which seems to be the pretty steady number lately. And I think that's great. We've got 1,821 single family homes available. And the median price per last month, which is $436,000, we have 29 that we listed that were $436,000 or under, for a total of 459 homes that are $436,000 or under. And the $1 million homes are creeping up there. They're starting to meet last year's record of 4.5 a day. We're 3.6, so 4's not far behind.
Right.
Yeah, and that's terrific. Investors are still buying 43 houses every day, and that continues to be mostly Zillow and Open Door. They are doing about almost half of those 43, so just beware of that.
Before you go on to something else,
yes,
you have a lot of statistics up here. What do you think, if a real estate agent just had to know a statistic, what do you think would be the statistic that they should really know?
The days of inventory and why.
So you said 24 days of inventory.
Yes. And I would couple that, frame that, because houses are selling. So don't be afraid to list your house, because you'll find another house, because we get listings every day. And so the inventory is churning. Pick your word. What would you say?
Well, 24 days of inventory, that's scary to me as a seller, because the fact that 164 listed yesterday, or how'd you say that?
164 listed over the weekend.
Over the weekend.
Yes.
So new properties are, and you said this before, new properties are coming on the market. They're just getting sold so quickly that we don't have time to build up inventory. But 164 new homes came on the market. I think the number that investors bought, 43 a day.
Yes.
How do you know half of those were Zillow and Open? I thought Zillow wasn't buying anymore.
They are.
Zillow's still buying houses?
Yes.
Wow. And Open Door's twice as big as Zillow?
They're about this equal. They're both buying together. They're buying almost half of the homes.
Okay. Because Open Door nationally is twice as big as Zillow, but locally you're saying Zillow is just as active as Open Door in this market.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how many homes are sold by the builders on the contingencies to Open Doors without ever hitting the market.
That's a good question. I like that question.
I wonder how we'd find that out. Is anybody besides Lennar using Open Door? Do you know?
I don't think so. I think just that's the only one I've heard. So, and I haven't, researched to see if that's accurate. I just know that's what I've heard.
Do you know why Zillow's using Open Door?
You mean why Lennar is?
Yeah, Lennar. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Why?
Because they bought in. They're stockholders. They're somehow ownership. So they have some kind of ownership position in Open Door.
That makes sense.
That's what I was told.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Verify.
Right. I mean, the iBuyer platforms aren't going to go away. George Caprios is still he's still number one in transactions this year. Open Door's number 2. So it's not going away. That's just the way it is. It's not going away. I don't have my handy stat with me.
Yeah.
But George, Zillow's out there, and so is Open Door, 1 and 2, and then the non-MLS buyers. So that's
to me, the 43 is the big number, because that tells me, and we talked about follow the money. If 43 investment houses are still being sold every day in Las Vegas, every day, that's crazy. That's crazy. That'd be the number I'd quote.
You'd quote that number?
Yeah.
Steer people away from the 24 days of inventory.
24 days is going to scare a seller, but
yeah.
43 homes a day that are bought by investors. That tells me that investors have not lost any confidence in the market at all.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I don't see that changing, really. It's last year was right there too. So I think that's about 40% of the sales. So there you go.
Yeah.
The houses are out there. And probably most of those are cash buyers, which continues to fortify our real estate here in Las Vegas. So any other comments about the...
Well, I got you that if there's no loan, there can't be a foreclosure.
Right.
If they pay cash, there can't be a meltdown. And that's such a big part of the market. How are you going to have a meltdown when 40% of the properties are being bought with cash?
Exactly. Yeah. I followed a couple of those transactions that Zillow did, and I was a little confused. I'm going to show you maybe on when I'm going to see you Thursday, or are you coming Wednesday to the reverse mortgage class, 1 o'clock?
I'm going to try.
Okay.
I don't. I'm going to have to look at my calendar because I want to hear the guy.
Yes. Well, it's also Zoom, and it's also free. So just go to bee.vegas and sign up, and it's not the end of the world if you don't watch it, but at least it'll be there if you do.
Well, when you Zoom it, you'll record it, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
If I can't be there, I'm going to have my assistant watch it and then find out. I'm going to make them tell me what they got.
Okay.
Because that forces them to pay more attention.
Okay. And then if you want to watch it, we can let you watch it.
Great.
Yeah. All righty. So, Tom Ferry is all over the Google business page. I mean, he is, that is his focus and videos this year. So I know you asked me this the other day, and you caught me at a blank. But one of the things for this year is farm, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Database.
Mm-hmm. And plan.
Okay. And plan. Yeah. Plan. And then all that has to be in a system.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I got flustered the other day.
Sorry.
That's okay. I was thinking of something else. I'm like, oh my gosh. But farming is so, so important. And to be seen everywhere is so important when we have such competition here with the iBuyer platforms. They're competitors and the investors. So to be seen out there is very important. If you don't have a Google business page and you're not putting 30-second videos on that Google business page, you just go to the photos section and you upload the video in the photos section. If you took one of these market reports and did a 30-second, shout out, like you said, today we're going to talk about how many listings we had. Today we're going to talk about what the investors, and just create something. And over time, you'll get a style and you'll get a rhythm and you'll be seen everywhere. So I think it's just really important. And so, you really want to be seen by your farm, by your database. So today, I have a really short 30-second video that Joe Pantana did about becoming inevitable. And so let's watch that, and then we'll...
That's a good word.
Yeah. Oops. Show you. Hide you.
Just show Jason. Yeah, that's great.
Okay. All righty. Well, he goes, this is like 30 seconds, so... we will play it. Where'd he go? He got lost. Hold on. Talk for a second.
Well, you got Jack coming today. I pulled an article from Las Vegas, or from Realtor Magazine, from 2000, and I think it was 2018. And I was showing it to Jack. I said, look, they've been warning us about this stuff for 4 years, and you're preaching it in your class. How much progress do you think we made? And I think he's going to reference that article in today's class when he does his cybersecurity.
Where was the article?
Realtor Magazine.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I know. I was talking to him too about all the information people need. Okay, let's listen to this.
Your database of past clients and sphere of influence contacts is probably your best source of listings in 2022. So it's time for Operation Love on Your Database. Let me explain. The National Association of Realtors reports that 67% of sellers found their listing agent by way of repeat or referral business. Hence, your database. So if you want to get more business out of your database, you have to be a connector. Parties, pop-ups, private Facebook groups. You got to create a sense of community and culture. Second, you got to be a resource. Blogs, videos, emails, create it as if it was designed with the sole intent of your database receiving it. Number three, be a friend. Send out birthday greetings. Text in just to check in, or get personal with handwritten notes. And last, be inevitable. Position your brand strategically. Retarget database with paid ads promoting your content on social. Utilize the Google Display Network. Run YouTube Instagram ads. Do whatever it takes to be the agent of choice. Fact is, your database is probably your best source of business. And
So I think that is it's quick. It's a minute. I said 30 seconds. It's a minute. But it's quick and to the point, and it tells it's like Buffini in a bucket.
Yeah. Well, he said three things: be a connector, be a resource, and be a friend. There's three again: connector, resource, and friend. And resource by different strategies, by your blogs and your posts and all that stuff. That's why you'd be a resource, someplace that people go to for information.
And if people put if you have a Google business page and you can run ads, and it can be $1 a day. You know, you don't have to spend a lot of money, and you can target a community. You can't target zip codes because of fair housing, but you can target some communities, and you can target particular interests. And if you do that, Google, do you know how many searches Google gets a day?
In the billions.
In the billions, yeah. Now I'm going to say it's three. I lost my cheat sheet. It's 3.5 billion searches a day. 3.5 billion searches a day. That's amazing. And so here's why I'm saying that. So if you have a Google business page, and if you run the Google ads, and I'm going to do a show on that probably tomorrow to show people how to do it. It's a 16-minute show on how you run an ad for Google, because then your sphere, because you have a location, you have all the things, your sphere is going to see you everywhere. And that's what you want. You want people in your database to see you. Oh, I see you everywhere. I mean, right. You walk into a restaurant, somebody say, oh, there's Jimmy Dag. Oh, I see you everywhere.
Right.
So if you're farming, you're sending out postcards, personal notes, emails, items of value. Some communities you can't do pop-bys because their HOA restricts you, but unless you know the people. So you have to be careful with that. But other than that, you can be inevitable.
Yeah, it's a plan, an execution of that plan.
And that's part of video, and that's part of farming, and having a database and having your plan. And that's what this year's all about.
Yeah, be the connector, connect them up, connect to everything, be the community. He said, Buffini talks about care and community. And that's one of the things that Buffini talks about, community and care. Yeah. So it's be a friend.
Yes. So get your database together if you don't have one. I know some gal who, I won't mention her name, but she's been on my show before. She made over $300,000 last year, and she does not have a database.
Yeah.
So I recommended Buffini's database to her. She doesn't have Agent Formula. I think we have the best one because it's so easy and things go out without you having to do anything. And everything's in one spot there for you. And so I think that's the smartest thing to do. But not everybody wants that website. And this particular person belongs to a franchise, and they really want her to use their website. Okay, I get that. You can always have two, but I didn't want to go there. But anyway, so I recommended Buffini to her. I said, you'll be able to, like Buffini, you know what Buffini does? I mean, he's got his priorities.
Right.
Okay. And he does priority A, and then he has 1 through 10, priority B, 1 through 10. See, and that's the same way they built the database, putting your best clients as A's. Then those are the people that refer you. Then B's, people that probably will refer you. Then C's, they may be people, C for cold. Maybe that's your farm. I don't know. But you have the opportunity to group and type the people in your database, and it will send emails out for you automatically. If you join their marketing, you get the cards and the items of value every month, and it tells you exactly on the cover. On the 1st of the month, you send out the item of value. On the 15th of the month, you send out the email, and then it says during the month you send out X amount of personal notes every day. So I'm getting better at personal notes, actually.
Good.
Yeah, it's not easy, and I understand if Buffini puts 10 or 20 on his keyboard every morning, and he religiously does that. He sent out thousands over the years.
Yeah. He calls it his one non-negotiable.
Yes, his one non-negotiable. Absolutely. So anyway, if you're going to be in this business, you got to build your business. You got to work in your business. And we say that all the time. What are you doing?
I was going through some stuff in my garage last night looking for a training outline, and I found some old thank you notes that people had sent me. And guess what? I didn't throw them away.
Exactly.
They're in my stuff. They're just, and one guy I'm thinking, you know what? I should see what he's doing, what he's up to. I read this card from this guy that I really liked the guy a lot. And I'm wondering if he's even managed to stay in real estate, because he thanked me for coaching him, but I don't know if he actually executed. So
Right.
we'll see.
Yeah. People have plans, but then it's execution that makes it all come together.
Yeah. So well,
I'm
going
to head down to the class today, Risk Reduction with Jack Lindbergh. It's a fantastic class. You will learn 4 important things. Now, not 3, Jimmy.
Okay.
I know we need to teach Jack 3, not 4, but actually it's fine. He could merely make it 3, because I'll suggest that to him maybe, but he's fine.
He wrote the class, so he wrote the books on that's NAR sold the books for him, and so I ran across a couple of his books the other night when I was going through my garage. I put them on the counter to show, just to give him a little nostalgia too.
Right. Yeah. I said to him he was on my show on Saturday, and I showed the picture of you. Let's see. Let's put this down here. You're gonna crack up. He might have told you this. I don't know.
He told me he was on the show. He didn't tell me you showed a picture of me.
Okay. So there you don't have a beard, right?
Right.
Okay. So I had another picture of you on this, and I think I took it down from my platform here because it was getting pretty cluttered. Yeah. And it's with you with a beard. And he said, Jimmy doesn't have a beard. And I said, you live with him, for heaven's sakes, and you don't know he has a beard? So did he say anything about it?
He did not. No, he did not. He told me he was on the show Saturday, and he said, you promote the class using my name. And he said, that's great. You get some exposure. He said, but I wrote the class. I said, I know. You get to do the class, Jack. And I understand your sign-ins are good. Your sign-ups are good for it. That's great.
Yeah. I think we got 36 or something today.
Great.
But he won't let me take his picture. He had a suit on the last time. I said, let me take your picture. So maybe we'll handcuff you today.
Well, have fun with it.
Okay. You have a great day, everybody, and we will see you tomorrow. We're going to talk about Google Business Page and how to create an ad around that. And it doesn't cost that much, and you'll be inevitable.
Thanks for the stats.